For 6 minutes.
I get back to outsourcing gone wrong and Phoenix. Again, talking about the Conservatives bringing in the Phoenix payroll system, supposed to save $80 million. Last we heard it was $2.3 billion. This is 8 years in. Liberals have carried forward with this outsourcing privatization scheme. How much is it costed us to date? What is the amount right now?
Turn to my CFO for more precision.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you for the question. So the total investment in Phoenix to date is $3.5 billion. The vast majority of that investment is actually not outsourcing, to be clear. That is for public servants who work on the Phoenix pay system, who work on paying public servants every day. And that's where the vast majority of that investment has been made to date.
So fixing it.
It's not only fixing it. That when I quote the number of $3.5 billion, it also includes the maintaining the system to continue to pay public servants on a regular basis. So that total number includes both the cost of continuing to pay public servants, as well as dealing with items like the backlog and continuing to improve the system so it can accurately pay public servants.
The system that was supposed to save us $80 million a year. So I'm going to go to my constituents because they're calling me on a regular basis in dire situations. A lot of them have been unpaid. You know, one person was actually worried about losing their home. You know, public service workers, who you are as well, have suffered untold financial and emotional hardship from being owed thousands of dollars, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars, and in some cases for years. Now I'm hearing from PSAC that no one at the pay center has the ability to or authority to prioritize individual cases and ensure their resolution. Is it true that there aren't any employees who can escalate or prioritize a case or manually ensure it gets resolved as soon as possible? And if so, why not? Especially in really extreme cases, emergencies, even there should absolutely be a process in place to elevate those cases.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, for the question. To be clear, there's a whole center of expertise at the Pay Center that's a hardship center. There's people working on the backlog that are dedicated to that. So we'll have to work with the various MPs' offices to get kind of that process through so people know where to go.
Yeah, because, obviously we're hearing from people that haven't been paid for work they've done. And then we hear about people that were overpaid and the government's going after them. When are you going to prioritize just paying the people who actually worked? Then you can go after the people that have been overpaid, because that seems to me the ethical right thing to do.
So I'll just add on that most of the FTEs are working on making sure that payroll is met, that people are getting paid accurately on time.
When are you going to fix this? When is this going to be fixed, and what resources are going to be needed to make sure everybody gets paid and this is fixed? How much is it going to cost us? We're at $3.5 billion. What's it going to cost?
So I'm going to answer your last question after the previous question around the ratio of staff working on hardship cases on the backlog versus overpayment. Over double are for folks that need the hardship pay and the backlog. We have now tried to deprioritize the overpayment piece and really put our focus on the individual employees that are in that backlog and hardship. In terms of the overall cost, we'll have to, I think that the estimates are still underway. You've seen the numbers that we spent. We're looking, and I don't know, Scott, if you have anything you want to add from a NextGen perspective as it cuts away from Phoenix.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Shared Services Canada was responsible for examining NextGen Human Resources, and that was our examination of commercially available solutions to eventually replace, possibly replace. The project is concluded. The information has been shared to the Associate Deputy Minister responsible for the next steps. The report concluded three things. Number one, a commercial solution is viable. Number two, it would require the Government of Canada to change some of its processes around pay. And number three, the commercial solution would need certain customizations in order to accommodate Government of Canada pay, but it is a viable solution. Thank you.